जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणा अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड विश्व गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 1 चैप्टर 3 टेक्स्ट नंबर 14। ऋषिभिः याचितः भेजे ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे मां ओषधीर्विप्राः दुग्धे मां ओषधीर्विप्रास् तेन अयं सा उषत्तमः तेनायं सा उषत्तमः ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे मामोषधिर्विप्रास् तेनायं सा उषत्तमः ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे मामोषधिर्विप्रास् तेनायं सा उषत्तमः ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे मां ओषधिर्विप्रा तेन हयन्ता उषत्तमः ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्धे मां ओषधिर्विप्रा तेन हयन्ता उषत्तमः. Synonyms: Rishibhihi, by the sages; Yachitaha, being prayed for; Bheje, accepted; Navamam, the ninth one; Parthivam, the ruler of the earth; Vapuhu, body; Dugdha, milking; Imam, all these; Oshadhihi, products of the earth; Vipraha, O Brahmanas; Tena, by; Ayam, this; Saha, he; Ushattamaha, beautifully attractive. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord, prayed for by sages, accepted the body of a king Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various produces, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Please repeat. O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord, prayed for by sages, accepted the body of a king, Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various produces, and for that reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Purport: before the advent of King Prithu, there was great havoc of maladministration due to the vicious life of the previous king, the father of Maharaj Prithu. The intelligent class of men, namely the sages and the Brahmanas, not only prayed for the Lord to come down, but also dethroned the previous king. It is the duty of the king to be pious and thus look after the all-around welfare of the citizens. Whenever there is some negligence on the part of the king in discharging his duty, the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. The intelligent class of men, however, do not occupy the royal throne. because they have much more important duties for the welfare of the public. Instead of occupying the royal throne, they prayed for the incarnation of the Lord, and the Lord came as Maharaj Prithu. Real intelligent men or qualified Brahmanas never aspire for political posts. Maharaj Prithu excavated many producers from the earth, and thus not only did the citizens become happy to have such a good king, but the complete sight of the earth also became beautiful and attractive. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are reading about the various incarnations of the Lord in this chapter, and today we are reading about the appearance of Maharaj Prithu, who is one of the incarnation of the Lord. The circumstances under which the Lord appears also is sometimes great. Just like Krishna, the appearance of Lord Sri Krishna, if you see, it is very peculiar or unusual circumstances. His own parents are already in the jail because they are about to give, they will give birth to Lord Krishna. So, and the whole atmosphere in Mathura at that time was chaotic, and it was under the rule of Kamsa, who was not a very pious person. He was an impious person because he would torture those who worship the Lord, and he would make friendship with those who are demoniac in nature. So here also we see before the birth of King Prithu Maharaj, so there is maladministration. So maladministration is what? So if you have to understand, we just have to look around what is happening in today's society. So there is some terrorist attack, some wars, and if somebody wants to study, there are no sufficient colleges. Somebody wants to work, there are no sufficient work. Everything is chaotic, and it is so difficult for a normal person to live, because it's like every person has to struggle just to make earn enough for his own, to maintain his own life, not to speak of living luxuriously or a life with full of fulfillment, or with fulfilling the desires one has. It's not possible in today's world. Why? Because it's so chaotic. One can blame the religious system, this is causing disturbance in the society, or one can blame the political system, there are no proper rulers, as here it is, or those who are ruling, they don't have the qualification to rule, or one can say that financially we are poor, so therefore it is happening, so let us increase the finance or the wealth of the country. But we see that those countries which have sufficient wealth, the citizens of those countries are also suffering. It's not that they are happy. So wealth is whether it is there or not there, still there is chaotic condition. Religious systems, people are not religious, therefore they are suffering. Because if they are not religious, they will perform sinful activities, and that sinful activity, the reaction of that sinful activity is suffering. We can see like this also, or we can blame the politicians, we can Or we can just say what to do. This is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is full of faults. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan. It's as mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam itself, or in the first chapter itself it is mentioned. So Kali Yuga means age of quarrel and hypocrisy. So in other words, this word is always two kinds of people are there. What are they? As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, do bhuta sarga lokesmin. In this world, there are two kinds of people. Who are they? Daiva, asura, yevacha. So there are godly people and there are demoniac people. It cannot be otherwise. It's not Vaikunta, whether it is Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, India, America, doesn't matter. Or earth, heaven, or hell. Wherever we go, two kinds of people are always there. So, demoniac and godly. So, those who follow the rules and regulations given by the Lord, to follow the rules and regulations, first of all, we have to accept the authority of the Lord. Before accepting the authority of the Lord, we have to accept that Lord's presence. But Lord is not present. Just like some people ask, if at all God is there, why there was a terrorist attack, or why there is minor children are being raped, or any such atrocities we see, and we can easily say that there is no God, right? So, during the circumstances in which Prithu Maharaj was supposed to appear, so there was a king by the name Vena. So, his father, King Prithu's father himself is Vena, and he was not a good king. Why? Although this king Vena and Prithu Maharaj, they appeared in the family of Dhruva Maharaj, and we all know Dhruva Maharaj is a pure devotee who within 6 months he was so austerities and meditation and the devotion was of such a high quality that Lord appeared before him in just 6 months. He is not an ordinary devotee, he is a great devotee. And the family members who take birth in his family, they are also supposed to be great. But here we see, so in this family, there was a king, Anga. So Anga is father of Vena. So Anga, he was also a great king and he was loved by all the citizens. And he got married to Sunita, who was a daughter of death personified. Death is irreligion. Okay, so there is a combination of pious and impious or irreligious. So by this combination of husband and wife, Anga and Sunita, Vena was born. So Vena, generally it is said in the Shastras, the boys or the sons, they take up the quality of mother, and daughters, they take up the quality of father. And so if we see King Anga's wife is daughter Sunita, who is daughter of death personified. So she has got her qualities from her father, who is death personified or irreligious. And Sunita's qualities are gotten by this Vena. So in that way we can see that even though his father is Anga, who is coming from in the family lineage of Dhruva, so still he even though he had the opportunity to take up either good qualities to be a good person and eventually become a good king, he rather took up the qualities of his mother's side and he became irreligious, cruel. He was so cruel that he would Kshatriyas can go and hunt in the forest, so he would go and he would hunt so many number of animals that whole forest, all the animals would cry and run away. He was so cruel. and then he would come back, and then he would play. Even in his childhood, when he is playing with his teammates or his schoolmates, so if he gets defeated or becomes angry, so he would kill his own friends. He was such a cruel person. Okay, and seeing him, King Anga became very much disgusted. So he thought, but actually, this is also a blessing of the Lord. King Anga is thinking. Why? Because if a son is good, wife is good, so we don't want to live family life. If they are not good, so naturally there is detachment. So he thought that my son is not good, he does not have any good qualities to become a good human being, what to speak of a good king. So Lord has blessed me to get detached from the family life. So one night, this king who is supposed to make prince as new king, he did not do that. He did not enthrone Vena as new king. He just left one night without telling any minister. He just left. So now kingdom is without a king. Then all the sages, as it is mentioned here, so the intelligent class of men, all the sages, all the ministers, they got together and they said there has to be a king. Otherwise, what happens? When Anga was there, everything was going on nicely. But as soon as king left, all generally, as I told, that irreligious people or demoniac people, they are always there. They are waiting for their chance. So now King Anga has left. So they started plundering the whole kingdom. And they are creating disturbance in the whole kingdom. So seeing this, the sages, they became compassionate. That if somebody has to progress in human form of life, either materially or spiritually, a peaceful society is very much needed, isn't it? If there is chaotic condition, if there are wars, if there are plunderings and we don't know what will happen, so everybody will get scared. Right? We are all sitting here not worrying about what will happen to my home or to my family member, because we have a faith that my home will not be plundered. At least we don't have that kind of fear. Had we had that kind of fear, or some bombs are going to be dropped, so we would not be sitting here. We would be in the house, protecting our house, protecting our family members, our near and dear ones. So, peaceful condition is required both for material advancement and for spiritual advancement. So, seeing this, the sages, so they thought there must be a king. So, they went to the mother of King Vena, who is the wife of Sunita, who was the wife of King Anga, and they told that this Vena we should make as king, because a kingdom requires king. If king is not there with this rod of punishment, so king is supposed to have a rod of punishment, seeing that everybody will be afraid that if I commit any sinful activity, if I do any kind of irreligious activity or sinful activity or criminal activity, I will be immediately punished. So that kind of fear has to be there, otherwise there will be a chaos. So they make the King Vena as king. Vena as the king. So they throne him as king. So when he becomes king, and then again immediately what happens, because he himself is such a cruel person, all the thieves and plunderers, they become afraid. Because if at all anybody tries to do any criminal activity, he will punish them in such a severe way that everybody else is afraid to commit any kinds of criminal activity or sinful activity. So he was such a cruel person. So then for some time everything became all right, but he himself is a cruel person. So he started his cruel activities on the citizens. So first thing what he does, generally what irreligious people or demoniac people do, First of all, they want to stop any religious activity, any devotional activity. So he told, there will be no more yagnas anymore. They will stop all the yagnas. Why? Because even though I am the king, I am giving them protection and I am maintaining everyone, still I see that everybody is worshipping this Vishnu. Who is this Vishnu? He is simply sitting or standing in the temple, and everybody is thinking he is taking care of all of us. No, I am the one who is taking care. So stop this. Don't be fools. See the reality. Reality is I am protecting you. So stop yagnas. So all the yagnas are stopped. All the religious activities are stopped, and he declared himself as the God. And everybody should worship this King Vena. So then the sages came to them and again tried to give some good sense to the king by saying that, my dear king, it is not correct that you are the one. Actually, everybody is under the protection of Lord Vishnu. This whole world is protected by Lord Vishnu, and he is the creator, he is the maintainer, and it is in him everything once destroyed will merge into. And he is kind, he is benevolent, and a king is supposed to follow in the footsteps of Lord Vishnu by giving proper protection to the citizens and making them religious and encourage them to perform their religious activities in their Varnashrama Dharma. And if a king does this, the results of the citizens, what the yagnas they perform, that religious merit will come to the king, and in this way, king can live for a long time and a pious life, and also after this life also king will enjoy, because he has already accumulated so much of pious credit by his own pious activity and also by the pious activities of all the citizens. Right? So generally it is said 1/6 portion of pious activities which citizen performs goes to the king. So just imagine, so if there are, so let's say 1 crore people or 10 crore people and they are all performing religious activities, 1/6 of them, that means it's so much pious activity, pious credit goes to king. Similarly, 1/6 of impious activities also will go to the king. So if you don't allow citizens to perform pious activities, they will perform impious activities, sinful activities, and all that results will come to you. Then you have to suffer. Then they try to preach like this. Then King Vena tries to preach them. I think you are all children. You don't know what is right and what is wrong. You see that who is protecting you? I am the one protecting you. And even if there is Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, Chandra, Surya, they all reside in the body of the king. So rather than worshipping them separately, why don't you worship me? If you are worshipping me, everybody, your gods will be happy. And if you follow my instruction, it is like following the instruction of Lord Vishnu. So what is my instruction? Don't perform yagna, don't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, don't open temples. See? Then immediately the sages understand that this king has gone crazy and he does not have the understanding of what is right and wrong, and he is not ready to listen to us also. So then they decide. What do they decide? That we must dethrone him. We must get him out of the kingship. Not only that, he is so sinful that he is committing offenses towards Vishnu, and we are devotees of Vishnu. We should not tolerate. So he must be killed also. So the Brahmanas, they decided that we will kill him, And how they will kill? They will not take any weapon. They will just, with the power of their mantras, so they kill the king. Actually, it is like this. The Brahminical power is very high, very powerful. It is more powerful than the Kshatriya power. Kshatriya power is by using weapons, by using the bodily strength, the strength of the mantras and bows and arrows or the sword. But the Brahmanas, they can kill just by their curse. They cursed him and then he immediately died. So Prabhupada also tells that Viprashapa Vimodhanam. If one is cursed, if Shapa, curse, if one is cursed by Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, one will immediately lose all his intelligence. What kind of intelligence? Spiritual intelligence. So will become Muda. Muda means like cows and asses and dogs. They don't have any spiritual intelligence. They think that I am this body, I have to eat, sleep and walk around and enjoy my life. So therefore, those who are, when we are dealing with the devotees, the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, we have to be very, very careful. We cannot offend them and expect we will advance spiritually. So they cursed him and he died. And this is very good, right? For Kali Yuga, we are also undergoing such problems now and then. So we should also have such Brahmanas or Vaishnavas who can punish the bad kings, right? But this is not so in Kali Yuga, because the Brahmanas misuse their power. In the beginning of Kali Yuga, a Brahmana boy unjustly cursed a great king, emperor Maharaj Parikshit. So from that time onwards, the deterioration of Brahmana class has happened, and then now there are no Brahmanas who are so qualified. Brahmanas were earlier so qualified and their chanting of the mantras was so powerful that they could bring back a dead person to life. They used to perform Ashwamedha Yajna or Gomedha Yajna, where a old cow or horse is sacrificed, and then that horse immediately will get a new life, a young body of a cow or a horse, or sometimes it would get directly promoted to human form of life, or sometimes even demigod form of life. So this was the power of Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Now there are no Brahmanas like that because of the deterioration of the qualities of Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. So coming back to here, this pastime, so now there is no king again. Again the irreligious people, again they got the opportunity. Again they started plundering the citizens, creating disturbances in the society. So again the sages became worried. So again they need a king. But there is no king. Vena has died and he did not have any children. But fortunately, his mother, this Vena's mother, when the sages cursed him, she did not want to burn or bury the body of King Vena. She had kept it with help of some herbs. Sometimes the body is kept like that. Why? Because she was very much attached to her son. So the sages thought that in this body, this King Vena's body is coming from the lineage of Dhruva Maharaj. That means from this body, a great king can be given birth. But the body is died, and how the birth can be given? So, but these sages, they had great Brahminical power and scientific power also. So they came to Queen Sunita and asked for the body of her son, King Vena. And they churned the body of King Vena. First they churned the body of thighs of King Vena, and a son was born. So again, this is looks very wonderful to us, that a dead body is taken, and generally how a child is born, it is by the combination of mother and father, right? Here we are seeing that just by churning the body of a man, Vena, and that also is a dead person. It's not even a living person. Still, a son is born, and he was black in color, and he was short height, and then not very good looking. So this was the result of all the impious activities which King Vena had done. So that impious and irreligious activities had taken a form in the form of a son, and that son was named Nishada. And then the sages, the Nishada asked, what should I do? Then the sages said, you better go to forest and live there. So there is a Nishada race now also in India. So, and then they churned the arms of King Vena by churning of this process. Then the great king Prithu Maharaj takes birth. So Prithu Maharaj is actually then the sages understand actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself has appeared. Because in Dhruva Maharaj is a pure devotee, so it is quite possible that Lord will take birth in such a pious, such a devoted family. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears as King Prithu. Actually, this King Prithu, this same process we can also see in Mahabharata also when Dhritarashtra's wife Gandhari, she gives, she was blessed by Lord Shiva that she will have 100 sons. But when first birth she gave after 2 years, generally a woman carries the child for 9 months, and in the 10th month the child is born. But Gandhari carried room for 2 years, but still there was no baby. A baby came out. So then she gave birth to just a lump of flesh. So that flesh was taken by Vyasdev and other sages, and they made by some process. So they cut that flesh into 100 pieces, and they had kept in 100 pots. And then those from 100 pots, 100 children to Dhritarashtra were born, Duryodhana, Dushyasana, etc. So all of them were born like that. So this is possible. We may not know now, but it is quite possible that by the RNA, DNA, we can give birth. Now, if you see scientifically also, now some people are trying to get the extracts of animals and birds which are died millions of years ago, and then their bodies is there in Arctic where cold, it is too cold, and their body is preserved, and some bones or something. From that they take some elements, and then they are trying to create new life with that. And they say that they have produced some 2 wolves which were living for like 15,000 years back. So those kind of wolves also they have produced, and those 2 wolves are there in some zoo or some laboratory in America. So this is also possible. So it's with that same process, King Prithu took birth. He appeared. But there is a difference. He is not the direct Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is known as Avesha Avatara. Avesha Avatara means what? He is a living entity, but sometimes the living entities are especially empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With some special power, special Shakti is given to that living entity. Through that Shakti, that living entity can act as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's like that. So this King Prithu was given the Shakti of ruling over the world. So therefore he is known as Shaktavesha Avatara. How to rule the world? So Lord himself had come as Lord Rama to show us how to rule. But King Prithu was a living entity, but he was empowered to rule over the world. And then, so that is called, therefore he is known as Shaktyavesha Avatara. Okay? And similarly, Prabhupada also says that holy name is also Shaktyavesha Avatara. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra which we chant, it is also Shaktyavesha Avatara. Why? It is said that by Lord Chaitanya himself, Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. So, Lord and Lord's name, they are non-different. Lord has all the power, all potencies, all Shaktis, and Lord and Lord's name is non-different. That means the holy name of the Lord, Krishna, Rama, Hare, they also have same power as the Lord. Here, Prithu Maharaj had one specific power of ruling over the world, whereas the holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra has all the powers, all the Shaktis, Nija Sarva Shaktis. All the Shaktis of the Lord is invested in the holy name of the Lord. So therefore, when we are chanting the holy name of the Lord, it is said that Lord himself appears. Of course, if we chant offenselessly, even if we chant offensively also, Lord appears as Shaktyavesha Avatara. So in the pure form, if Lord has to appear, we have to chant offenselessly. So similarly, the holy name is Shaktyavesha Avatara, and one who spreads the holy name, he is also known as Shaktyavesha Avatara. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartana. Krishna Prachar, Krishna's name, to spread the glories of Krishna in the world, it is not easy unless somebody is empowered by Krishna. Right? Like we see what Prabhupada did in 10-12 years. After him, we are thousands of his disciples, right? This camp, that camp, whatever camp we are in. Thousands, right? And it's past almost 50 years, or more than 50 years, or around 50 years, since Prabhupada has left this material world. But if we see what Prabhupada has achieved in 10-12 years, we are all together, thousands of disciples, maybe lakhs of disciples, we are still not able to do what Prabhupada did. Right? So many lakhs of devotees are there who are completely dedicated for serving the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yet we see that we are not able to match up to Prabhupada. All of us together, not individually I am talking about. So this shows that Prabhupada is Shaktyavesha Avatara. Okay, to preach the holy name of the Lord. So King Prithu, when he appeared as Shaktyavesha Avatara, so earth, there was chaos in the kingdom. What kingdom? That time kingdom means not some area, it's whole world. So whole world people were suffering because of lack of nutritious food. And then King Prithu, as soon as he became the king, emperor, so he ensured that everybody start performing pious activities of yagna, dana, tapasya, so that Lord will be pleased and there will be sufficient food grains and all the blessings to all the citizens. And when he did this, he is seeing that still there was no improvement and people were still starving because the production of the food grains was not so much. Then he contemplated for a long time, what has happened? Why this is happening like this? So then he understood that in the beginning of the creation, Lord Brahma had given all the herbs and all the medicines, all the grains to Mother Earth. Because Mother Earth is the one who maintains all the living entities. So therefore Mother Earth was given all these herbs, medicinal herbs, fruits, the seeds of fruits, grains, etc., milk. But Mother Earth is not producing all these things. Then he becomes angry on Mother Earth and says, he takes up his arrow and about to shoot Mother Earth. Then Mother Earth becomes frightened and she takes the form of a cow, because cow cannot be killed or should not be killed. So nobody, no Kshatriya, even if he is very angry, he will not dare to shoot an arrow at cow. So Mother Earth can take any form, right? Because all of us, how we are able to, we are having so many forms on Earth planet, right? Some have human form, animal form, trees, plants, and how they are getting all this form? Because of the nourishment from the Mother Earth only. So in other words, Mother Earth can take any form which she is giving, or she is facilitating all the living entities to take. She can take any form. So she took the form of a cow, because that is the safest way to get protection from the wrath, from the anger of the King Prithu, and who is competent to kill Mother Earth also. So then, in the form of cow, Mother Earth is running, and then King Prithu is chasing. Then after some time, when Mother Earth, she tried to go to different planets also, but King Prithu was so furious that he started chasing her. Then Mother Earth, she stops and begs King Prithu that, please protect me, why are you killing me? If you kill me, if you break me, for all the living entities whom we are trying to protect, if I break, I will fall down to Garbha water. Garbhodaka water, I will fall down, and all the living entities also will die. If you break me, how will you protect your own citizens? So then King Prithu says, no, I am angry at you. Why are you not producing? Why are you not giving grains? Who are all doing pious activities? Then Mother Earth says that actually now they may be performing pious activities of yagna, dana, tapasya, all these things. But there are many others who are not following still. And for a long time they did not follow because of your father. They all performed so much of sinful activities. So therefore I have withheld. I will not produce. I will not give them. So then King Prithu is still angry. No, you must give. Brahma had given you this responsibility of giving. Now the living entities are performing yagna, dana, tapasya. They are trying to please Lord Vishnu. And why are you not giving? Then Mother Earth says, okay, I will give. But condition is you have to milk them, just like we milk the cow, right? So I am in the form of cow. So you have to milk them, and for milking you need to have a cowherd man, and then there should be a pot, and I should also have a calf. If the calf is there, cow generally gives more milk because of the affection towards the calf. So then Prithu Maharaj, he himself milks, becomes the cow, the churning. He takes a pot, his own palms. He collects all the seeds of herbs, grains, fruits from the Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is affectionate towards all the children, right? So Brahmanas, right? So he makes Brahmanas as calf, because Mother Earth generally is, or the cow is generally affectionate towards Brahmanas, because Brahmanas, they perform pious activity of performing yagna. So he makes the Brahmanas as calf, and then his own palms as pot to collect, and then he milks Mother Earth, and then he gets all the seeds. And similarly, so many other seeds, other living entities also receive various benediction from Mother Earth, like the demigods. They make Indra as cow, and then they take a golden pot and collect somarasa. Okay, somarasa is not any kind of intoxicant. It rather increases the duration of life. So the living entities who live in Indraloka, Chandraloka, they all drink this soma. It will increase the ability of thinking and bodily strength, sensory power, all these things, it increases. It will not decreases. So similarly, the demons came forward. They made Prahlad Maharaj as a calf, and then they bought iron pot and they collected beer, wine, brandy, whiskey, all these things. So the intoxicant. So they drink these things. So they collected these. So like this, various Gandharvas, they came and then they collected milk in the farm, and that milk in the lotus flower. And from that, all the fine arts of singing, music, all these things they received from Mother Earth. So like this, various things, various people received, and they were all happy. And then finally, King Prithu was able to, that's how it is mentioned here, that Maharaj Prithu excavated many produces from earth, and thus not only did the citizens become happy to have such a good king, but the complete site of the earth also became beautiful and attractive. So earth also became attractive because of the lush greeneries and all the produces of fruits, plants, grains. So earth also became beautiful, and the citizens also became happy and to live under such a pious and great king. Okay. So this looks very nice. So what do we learn for today's society? Yes, there is a lot of chaotic condition, and it is true that we don't have King Prithu who will set the things right. Nor there are sages who will dethrone an impious king and bring a pious king. That is also not there. So what do we do? All right. But chaotic condition is here. But we should understand that Lord is not absent from us at any point of time. We have to understand this. We may think Lord is far away in Vaikuntha, right? That's what we generally think. And we are here on earth, and Lord appears once in a while, sometime in Dwapara, sometime in Kali Yuga. Now Lord is not there, so we are left alone. No, we don't have to be fearful at all, because when sometimes we hear that devotees were attacked in our neighboring country, Bangladesh, maybe 1 year back, like that. So it is generally mind becomes disturbed that this may happen here also, or we are under danger. So what do we do? So yes, one thing is we have to set the things politically correct, financially correct, all these things we can do if we have power. But if we don't have power, political power, financial power, or societal power, where we are very famous and everybody listens to what we say, right? We may not have that kind of power also. So we cannot set the things right. So what do we do at that time? So one thing is we should not become fearful. That's first thing. If we become fearful, then naturally that fear will overtake us and we will become crippled, or our thinking capacity will stop. Why we should not become fearful? Just because I am saying? No. Lord Krishna is saying, Mahashucha, do not fear. What Krishna is saying? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami mahashuchaha. So Krishna is telling, do not fear. So why we have to be fearful? Okay, but Krishna is not present. Then some devotees were attacked also. So how do we know? So Krishna also says that Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. My devotees will never be vanquished. Pranashyati means vanquished. Na pranashyati means cannot be vanquished. Then how? Then the temple is vandalized, devotees were killed, some devotees were killed. It's all true. So where is the protection? Or how, what happened? Actually, Krishna, one senior devotee was telling in the Bhagavatam class that whether those devotees or we are common people, we all have to die, right? It's not that Krishna will protect us from death. Death will come, death is certain. But if somebody is able to remember the Lord at the time of death, he will immediately go back home, back to Godhead. But we generally want to die also peacefully, live also peacefully. Why we have to die in such a horrible situation? Yes, because of somebody's karma, somebody has to die like that. But yet, that soul is always protected by the Lord. Right? And if somebody, especially Prabhupada says, anybody who serves the Lord throughout their life, Lord will definitely take them back home, back to Godhead. Right? Whether we live in a peaceful condition, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, or Kali Yuga, worst of the situation, best of the situation, ultimately what is the perfection of life? Ante Narayana Smritihi. If we are able to remember the Lord at the time of death, that is the perfection of life. Not that we live peacefully, die peacefully. That is, if that happens, it's very good. If that does not happen also, still our duty remains same. Whether in this condition or that condition, we have to remember the Lord every moment. Every moment. It's not some, okay, first let me create a peaceful society, peaceful world, peaceful house, peaceful mind, then I will. No. Rather it is other way. If we serve the Lord, then only our mind becomes peaceful. It is not let the mind become peaceful, then I will chant. Mind can never be peaceful unless it has taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. And Prabhupada says, regarding this only, in one lecture, Prabhupada nicely says, that especially Prabhupada talks about those who are living in Vrindavan. So Prabhupada says here, so Vrindavan is Vishokam, means there is no shoka, there is no misery here, vigata shokaha, there is no anxiety, there is no disturbance here. If anyone comes to Vrindavan and chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he will have no disturbance. So we are all fortunate, at least, or even those who are not able to come to Vrindavan, if they are living in temple or if they are having Krishna in their house, so that is also Vrindavan, because wherever Krishna is, that is Vrindavan. Chant Hare Krishna mantra, he will have no disturbance. Still thousands and thousands of people are here. They do not like to go away from Vrindavan, because it is so pleasing and anxiety-less. It is pleasing and there is no anxiety, Vishokam. But if you have got another ulterior motive, so what is the motive? Then that is different. Then Maya will capture even in Vrindavan. That is also going on. Even in Vrindavan, people are, we do not wish to criticize them, but that is also going on. So bhakti therefore should be without any material intention. So even in Vrindavan we can be anxiety-less. By doing what? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and living here with a simple life. But if we have ulterior motive, what is this ulterior motive? Anyabhilashita shunyam gnana karmadi anavrutam anukulena krishnanushilanam bhaktiruttama. So first class devotion without any motive. So if we have any desire other than the desire to serve the Lord, please the Lord, any desire, either it is for our body or for our the people near us, thinking that I have to do this. Yes, we, as a matter of duty, we have to take care of our body, take care of our family, take care of the society, we have to pay the taxes, whatever has to be done, we have to do. But if we think that this will protect me, rather Krishna, or this is more important to me than Krishna, that is called ulterior motive. So if anybody has that kind of motive, then immediately he will become anxious. As soon as one becomes anxious, we cannot live in Vrindavan peacefully. So the sages said that if we execute the prescribed duties of humankind, then ultimately you will be elevated to the planet where there is no anxiety and you will be liberated, provided you keep yourself without any contamination of the material world. That can be done. Okay. So if you want to be aloof from the contamination of the material world, then everything, whatever we use, whatever we need, it must be in relation with Krishna. So there are so many things are there, either people or some articles, so many things we have to use to live. But it has to be in relationship with Krishna. Then we can keep ourselves aloof from contamination. That is the liberated condition. That means you are eternally servant of Krishna. If you always be engaged in the service of Krishna, then you are above the material world, uncontaminated. But if you have got any material intention, then again you are under the clutches of Maya. We should always remember this. That contamination. So what is the contamination? Any material desire, any desire which is not in relationship with Krishna, any item, article, or any person we are relating to not in relationship with Krishna, so that is called contamination. And that contamination will contaminate us and keep us in the material world. But if we don't have that kind of contamination, then everything is in relationship with Krishna. That means we are in a liberated stage. Why? Because Krishna is in a liberated stage. Krishna is not part of this material world. He is a Purna Mukto Nitya Shuddho. He is completely liberated. His holy name is also completely liberated. And if we are only in touch with Krishna, then we are also liberated. Whether we are in Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, doesn't matter. Because ultimately, why we desire, I wish I had taken birth when Lord Krishna was present on this earth, or when Lord Chaitanya was present on this earth, or King Prithu was present on this earth. Because we know that at that time we can be easily in touch with Lord, and if we are in touch with the Lord, Maya cannot touch us. Right? So same opportunity is given to us even now by Krishna. It is said that Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. Krishna immediately appears where his holy name is chanted, right? And it is said in Kali Santarana Upanishad, it is said by the Lord himself. Narada Muni asked, my dear Lord, where do you live, or where do you like to live? And the Lord says, Naham Tishtami Vaikunte, I don't like to live in Vaikunta. Or Yoginam Hridayeshva, or in the heart of yogis. Then where do you like to live? I live Yatra Gayanti Madbhakta Tatra Tishtami Narata. Wherever my devotees chant my name, my glories, that place I reside. So, yes, world may be chaotic, nothing can be done about it, we cannot change. We are living in Kali Yuga, we are living on earth. Yet, there is complete protection of the Lord, even for those who are living in Kali Yuga, and it is open for all. So, it is we taking the shelter of the Lord is more important. Even if, let's say, Lord Krishna was there 5,000 years ago, or Lord Rama was there, or King Prithu was there, it's not that all of them went back to Godhead. Even if we were at that time, we had to take shelter of the Lord. What is the meaning of taking shelter of the Lord? Whatever Lord says, we have to follow. And that opportunity was there for those people who are at that time. Same opportunity is there for now, for us also, to follow the instruction of the Lord. And we are following the instruction of the Lord, especially of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is he? He is Kali Yuga Avatar. He has appeared to deliver the fallen souls to back home, back to Godhead, who have taken birth in Kali Yuga. It's not that we are taking some random Lord. No, it's Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we should also be especially be pleased that we are taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who is coming in direct parampara of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and which actually starts from Lord Krishna himself. So even though world is chaotic, we should not be worried. We should take the shelter of the Lord by chanting his holy name and keeping a pure life of no contamination of this material world. So in this way, we can all go back home, back to Godhead. We'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.